Hey guys, it's Panda here, and before we start, I just want to get into, I want to get into what happened last night, and the reason that you didn't have an upload yesterday, well, today, but this is going to be uploaded tomorrow, so it'll be yesterday for you guys. But before I do that, I just want to watch this, scene with Lilly. I know we've done this before. This was quite a while ago. I think it was Act 2, I can't remember, but I want to watch it to get into the mood, so I hope you guys enjoy. I still love that part. I really, really do love that part. That kind of got me choked up a bit there, so... Alright, now that I've got that out of the way, yeah, let me tell you of the events that occurred last night. So, there I was, just minding my own business, playing some Minecraft, doing my duties. When all of a sudden I realised that I hadn't recorded any Katawa Shoujo for the next day. So I was like, well, shit, I better get off Minecraft and do some Katawa Shoujo. And let me just say one thing, it's not about like, oh crap, I've got to record some Katawa Shoujo. It's more the fact that I had forgotten. But I mean, I actually enjoy recording Katawa Shoujo. It's not about, oh, really got to get that out for the subscribers, that sort of thing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I was feeling really good this day, or last night, as it may be. And, so I recorded 2 hours of Katawa Shoujo for you. I ended up finishing it last night. I talked for 2 entire hours, back to back, so, because, I mean, like I said, I was in a really good mood, and I just wanted to get it done. So, once I had finished recording, I put it, because I record on another computer, because this computer, my normal computer, won't take my mic, unfortunately. So I have to record on my old computer and then transfer the file over to my new computer, just, you know, using my external hard drive. So I went to copied it over, took about half an hour, came back to it. Guess what? The file was corrupt. 2 hours of Katawa Shoujo I had recorded, really good. I was feeling really amazing about it, and I was ecstatic that I had finished. I, to be honest, felt as if it was one of my best commentaries, and it was gone. So, I was very pissed off last night. Very, very pissed off last night. But nevertheless, getting pissed off doesn't help anyone, does it? So I just went to bed. Now I've woken up and straight away I've come on to do some Katawa Shoujo for you guys. So I'm going to try and reciprocate as much of my feelings and everything I did last night to the best of my possibilities in this playthrough. So I do want to just apologise in advance, so I am sorry, although I don't know what I'm being sorry about, because you didn't even get to see the first playthrough, so it does. I suppose it doesn't really matter too much to you guys, but it really sucks, you know. It really does hurt me to know that I did 2 hours of gameplay last night and just none of it's recorded. None of it. So I am not at all happy about that, but like I said, I'm going to try and get at least an hour episode done. I don't want to do a 2-hour episode like I initially was going to do, because I'm once again scared that it's not going to record. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, I know it'll do an hour because I've done an hour episode before with Lilly, so let's try and do that. You really don't know how much pain I was in last night. I am sorry. I'm just venting to the camera now. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Depressing mode off. Let's get into the swing of things. Right. Happy music. Come on, Andrew. Let's be happy. Alright? The loud clatter of books falling into the return slot abruptly breaks the grip of silence over the school library. It's become a habit for me to come to the library at least once a week. Not only does the reading itself keep me busy, but discussing books with Hanako and Lilly also does. Obviously startled, Yuka suddenly twists towards the direction of the noise that I have thought her used to people dropping books by now, since she does work here. Oh, hello Hisao, back again? It takes me a moment to respond, my mind still distracted by the familiar melody of Lily's humming that's hardly left in my ears in the several days it's been since I fell asleep to it. Oh, yeah, just returning some books I borrowed. She casts her eyes downwards, presumably to the bin the books dropped into. You're a very heavy reader, aren't you? Before I go any further, I just want to say, last night when I recorded this exact same thing, somewhere within the 2-hour mark, tears were shed. I'm not even kidding. I'm going to put that out there. There's no hiding it. Manly tears were shed. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to reciprocate that again, but you never know. So anyway, it's become a bit of a routine now. Passes the time at least. I wish I had free time to pass. From small talk to depression in less than 5 seconds, that's pretty much the start of my videos today. I think that's a new record for her. She seems a bit down in general today, even compared to normal. Yep, I believe I'm feeling the same as Yuka. Considering she has to work 2 jobs just to support herself, I could see how that would take a toll on her lifestyle. By the way, if I sound all monotone and I've got no enthusiasm to my voice, it's because I've only just woken up. I'm not much of a morning person, so you are very lucky to have me doing this in the morning. I just felt as if I really needed to get this done, because if I prolonged it any further, I probably, to be honest, would not have done it and would have just ended Lily's path right there. Come to think of it, the pay for her job here can't be all that bad. The idea of staff in such a prestigious private school going hungry strikes me as counterintuitive. Working 2 jobs must take a lot of time. I'd probably never manage it. You're lucky, being a student. Do you think you'll be able to go to university? If she's asking, then I guess that's the expected result of having this kind of education. Private schools like this don't exactly come cheap. I guess I have the money, I think. I've got plans which will require going to one, and my marks are good enough. It's more of a matter how I'll pay to do so. Just need to adjust my mic here. Just a moment. Okay, got it. It's a massive, shining bright light above my mic is really annoying, because I don't have any other lights on at the moment. University costs so much that I'm having to work 2 jobs to afford to enter it. Paying for daily expenses too makes it a lot harder. If you're reading this much though, that means you're doing well in school, right? Interesting logical jump, not an altogether wrong one though. I suppose so. I didn't find any of the exams very hard, aside from maybe one or two. Do you mind if I ask what studies you're pursuing in university? Yuka appears to genuinely brighten at the question. See, she appreciates the attention. She's just like any one of us, you know? Appreciating attention. You talk about something that she's genuinely interested in, and she's going to appreciate it, you know? See how happy she gets? Yuko's not bad after all. Anthropology? Oh, that's cool. That is actually quite cool. To be specific, I'm specialising in the history of classical era Athenian civilization and democracy. She really seems to know her stuff. Such enthusiasm is to be admired, and it's nice to see her genuinely excited about something. I guess even somebody like Yuko can be happy if she has a visible road ahead of her. It's good to hear. Both of us jump at the sudden interruption coming from my pocket. Apologising profusely and quickly shuffling into the hallways as I fumble with the cover of my mobile phone, I glance at the screen. How dare you not have your phone on silent in school, Hisao? The hell is wrong with you? Don't you know that you either have your phone on silent or on vibrate at school? I mean, oh man, come on bro, seriously? Weird. It's a mobile number I don't recognise, considering I can count the number of people with my blah blah blah. People with my number on one hand. I briefly wonder whether it's some telemarketer that lucked out. Good afternoon, this is Rajneesh from Dell Computers. Do you have 5 minutes of my time? Oh, that was horrible. That was the worst Indian accent ever. I apologise to myself for that one. Good God, that was horrible. I'm sure there was... Oh, yeah, no, I'm not... Hello, Hisao Nakai speaking. Jeez, pick up faster next time. Anyway, guess who? Well, it's definitely not Lilly, because she doesn't talk like that. And it's clearly not Hanako, because there's no stutters in there. I'd like to think it was Mickey or Emmy. No, I would say Mickey, but I don't think she has my number. Actually, it could be Akira. I wouldn't be surprised if Lilly gave my number to her. It only takes me a second to recognise a distinctively deep, brusque voice. Misha! What? Didn't expect you to call me. Oh, Akira. Huh? You actually think I sound like her? Not at all, Akira. I don't remember giving you my number though, so I thought I'd mess with you. Oh, that? I got Lilly to give it to me. Not hard. She positively brims with pride at the statement. She's trying to get me caught up in her pace, I know it. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised that the two would share my number though, given how close they are. Well, they are sisters. So what's up? You free right now? I guess. Why? Could you meet me at the park in town? I just want to talk to you about some stuff. Is that an invitation to a date? What? Of course not. She sounds suddenly crestfallen, her previous teasing nature having instantaneously left. It seemed strange for her. Anyway, I don't see why not. When do you want me to meet? When do you want to meet? Kind of now. Ish. Wait, right now? But it's... The dead silence suddenly coming from the phone announces the fact that she is unceremoniously hung up. For a long time I just stand there, staring at the call-ended message on the screen while replaying the conversation in my head. What the hell, Akira? How long were you standing there watching the call-ended sign on your phone? Seriously, Hisao, because usually, I don't know about phones in Japan, but usually phones sort of give that message for maybe at the most 5 seconds, and then they just leave and lock your phone again. But you said you were standing there for quite a while, just staring at it, so I believe your logic is flawed, sir. I need to wake up. Damn it. Throwing a glance up and down the street, I cross the road and step into the park. I've learned to pace myself on such walks, mostly because Lily's slower speed during our forays into town means I have to consciously slow myself down. That aside, I hope Akira didn't expect me to be immediately prompt. Oh, looking good, Akira. You are looking good. It looks like you're just posing for a photo here, to be honest. You're not even just chillin', you're just like, hey. It takes only a couple of seconds to spot her, waiting on a bench with a can of beer in her hand. This is the kind of woman I like. Just casually having a beer in the middle of the day. In a suit too. I love this suit. I really want this suit on the floor, along with the undershirt and no, okay. The look she gives me as I walk up lacks any hint of acknowledgement or greeting. What's with that look? I needn't have come, you know. I knew you would. You're that kind of person after all. I lower my brow at her remark as she disposes of the can, emptied by the time I arrived, and a metallic clatter rings out. Akira takes a seat on the old wooden bench and I follow her lead. Ah, I do miss that sound. I haven't opened a can in quite some time for my commentaries. She takes another can of beer from beside her and opens it before speaking. Well, I suppose since I've missed it, Akira's sort of filled in for me, so thank you, Akira. Thank you. Taking a large gulp, she seems to really like that stuff. I suppose I don't need to ask what this is about, or rather, who it's about. I heard from Lilly that you asked about our family. They share more than phone numbers, that's for sure. I'd probably be very worried right now if it weren't for the total lack of malice in her voice. Rather, her tone sounds almost wistful. Idle curiosity, mostly. I have to admit, I'd never have guessed you two were half Scottish. She gives a wary chuckle of amusement. I've heard that before, trust me. A small smile falls from her face, her eyes looking ahead distinctly. Aside from the occasional elderly couple talking as they slowly walk the meandering paths and the odd aging car, it's pleasantly quiet. Aging car? She didn't tell you everything though, did she? Ah, she looks kinda depressed right now. It was pretty brief. Your parents live in Scotland, she hasn't met them since she was 12 and she wants to meet them again. It's always surprised me how devoted she is to our parents, for all the good they did to us. The way she says it sounds almost derisive. She gives a small sigh as if to quickly brush the feelings away. Why do you think they left, Hisao? Why do I think they left? From what Lilly told me, it was because of work. I guess a pretty decently paying job was involved as well, given the way your parents seem to live. So Lilly went to a private school, and that's why she carries herself with the airs and graces of the upper class. Yeah, since the business in Inverness boomed, our father decided to move directly to the same city as its headquarters. That's just the conclusion I thought you'd come to, though. You're too good-natured. You don't think they left for their career? I'm sitting here bitching to you about it. What do you think? Yamaku Academy. I've always felt that place was kinda creepy. Like it was an isolated hideaway for those proper society doesn't want to see nor hear. Yeah, that's a kind of sad but true way of looking at it. They probably just rue the fact that Lilly wasn't old enough to be shoved there by the time they left. A long silence follows her abrupt and very harsh criticism of her own parents and Yamaku. Lily's blindness is hardly something that could be simply ignored for a high-class family attempting to keep up appearances, much less so when a lucrative offer is on the table. Eventually Akira gives a derisive snort, her feelings coming to a head. Moving to secure our financial future with his new job posting, even at the time I hardly believed it. Not wanting to simply be an avenue for her venting, I gently try to steer the discussion. So you stayed in Japan with Lilly then? Either I stayed with her, or she went to live with an allying grandmother and grandfather. What about Shizun's family? If you're cousins, then our fathers hate each other. I'd have been more happy to tell them to go screw themselves and live with them anyway, but Lilly wouldn't have wanted that. I'd also had an offer for a job by then, so we did our best to keep our parents' house in proper shape and tried to continue our lives as if they'd never left. So you just lived by yourselves? Basically, Lilly had school and I had my job, so we weren't exactly languishing. With her schooling, her study, and having to do chores while I worked though, I can't help feeling like I failed her. In the end, I tried to be there for her and screwed it up. Oh, that's actually really quite sad. Expecting a 19-year-old to be a mother for a blind child, it's ridiculous. So, Lilly and Akira lived alone after their parents moved, with Lilly largely taking care of herself. I guess that explains her apparent independence, compared to many in Yamaku. I guess the one upside to me rereading all of this is that I don't stuff up as much. I say as much because I know I'll still stuff up quite a bit.